Hello, himbos and hellions. My name is TB Skine. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I have been spending quite a bit of time before this recording just hanging out, shooting the shit with chat, and kind of showing off what Brick looks like now. I just went through my inventory and all of the stuff I had, and tried to put together something for him that would make him look maximally like a slutty man himbo, who's also intellectual and who reads books, kind of. We'll update this as we go along, I'm sure, but this is a pretty decent look for him for the moment, anyway, I think. So, Heavensward. Wouldn't it be nice to play Heavensward at some point? I think that would be nice. I'd love to play that game. I've heard it's very good, but unfortunately, I'm stuck in this other game that's called A Realm Reborn, which is, like, decent. It's like, okay, it's, like, fine, but it's not Heavensward. So I figure we should probably get moving on trying to push along towards that particular goal. Been a while since I've streamed, been a while since I've played Final Fantasy XIV, so I don't know, maybe I'll have forgotten half of how this game even works. For the moment, I guess we're going to Mordona, since there's a traitor in the midst. This also requires me to remember what the hell is happening in the story. The last thing I remember was, like, Evil Elf Pope? I think? Yeah, Evil Elf Pope and some capitalism that was bad. Oh, that's a nice cheer. Thank you very much for those bits, Gabriel. Very kind of you. Right. So that's... we need to go inside of the thing. In here. Oh, right, yes. Thank you for the reminder in chat, Nibelung. Alphino created a new militia, the Crystal Braves. He had a very bad idea. He had an idea that wasn't very good. And I think I told him many times that the idea was bad. But, you know, unfortunately, Brick is mute and can't actually express himself. Thank you for that resubscription, Ganol Doodles. That's very kind of you. Anyway, Minfilia, what god do I need to beat up right now? Would have you assist Alphino in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Okay. Those are silly gauntlets. Good lord.
Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding.
No, really?
But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies.
And I'm sure they appreciate being under constant surveillance by hostile military forces. I'm sure that's making them calm down.
Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already.
Yes, but I do actually appreciate the recap right now, because it's been a while and I've forgotten a lot of stuff.
Let us speak then of the more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he's doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help.
Which is a great quality in a leader, by the way. Like, it's exactly what you want in a leader, especially of a paramilitary group. That's just, mwah, perfect personality profile.
Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able.
Quest accepted, go talk to the child. I don't think they want the city-states calling in Brick. At this point, the Warrior of Light is a weapon of mass destruction with rules for deploying him. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically. Oh, there he is. Let's see. Okay, so that's the same conversations that have already been running, I think. Dispatch the first unit to Ul'dah. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. Ah, we're doing military stuff. Orders, ranks, commands. Yes, sir, and all that. Throwing knives around with our hands. A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom appeal as beauty in her own right. Ah, the blessing and burden of an overactive imagination. Okay.
What is it, Rick? And do be concise, I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I've entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Brick.
Ah, Alfino, saying with 148 words what could have been said in 10.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Oh shit, the voice acting showed up again.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine if we're standing out here discussing it loudly in the open.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
It's the echo. It's like it's the reverberation that they put on the voice acting that makes it sound like they're being so loud.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
Wait, hang on. We of the Crystal Braves, an independent paramilitary group, detained members of the Ul'dah military. Okay. Yeah, no, that seems fine.
We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself.
Curses! He has turned Vine against us. He learns all of our secrets in 6-second increments.
It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Thomas Sanders, how could you betray us like this?
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Oh yeah, I'm good at looking stupid. Like unprepared and confused. That's my vibe. Well, okay then. Guess we're heading back to Thanalan. Huh, there's no canon timeline. The dev said lol no on times. Well, that makes sense. Like, given the development history of Final Fantasy XIV, I don't know that I would want to have to try and establish like a consistent year-by-year timeline that everything sort of moves around. It's here? No, it's not. It's right over here, isn't it? Wait, those are cool pauldrons. Hang on. Wait. Don't teleport. Ooh. Fiery. It's really cool. What was I doing? Right. Raban. Man, everyone has such cool outfits. It's very distracting. Hello, Mr. General Man.
Well, what brings you here, my friend?
Just me and my inconspicuous friend?
At my behest. Greetings, Raban. It has been a while.
Ilberd, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Oh, hey, they're friends. Yep.
But look at
friends.
You, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Good pals.
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
I can sort of feel how much they really wanted to do that handshake gif of Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit, what's the actor's name? In Predator. Like where they do like the slamming their arms together and really flexing. It feels so much like they wanted to do that, but they couldn't. Like they didn't have the animation for it. Carl Weathers, yes.
We've both come far.
Thank you,
have
Aeronaut.
we not?
Here's me awkwardly the third
Ilberd
wheel.
and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Yeah, friends. Friends and rivals since they were children.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Yeah, he's missed you.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Wait, that's his backstory? They tried to murder him 1,000 times, and then he was like, I like this place. I want to lead it. Okay.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother. Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
God, I hate Uldap. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Fuck me running. Fuck me running. It's like, okay, right, yeah, no, that's aspirational, sure. That's aspirational as hell. Like, yeah, if just survive 1,000 murder attempts, and then you can be a citizen. Fucking hell.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
No, dude, but for real, you should be resentful. I'm just saying.
But you, Ilberd, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress.
But I do note, like, this is something we've talked about many times before, but I do note, like, the substantially increased cinematic ambition of the cutscenes here. Like, the thing of, like, the reverse shot thing that they're doing here. Where like, we get a shot of Ilberd, then we get a shot over his shoulder looking at Raban and back and forth. Like, that's a cinematic approach. Ooh, a link to the Discord. Yes, someone says in chat, link to the Discord. I keep forgetting to post that. But I am supposed to do that when I stream, so thank you for that reminder. But there's like a much increased cinematic ambition from the way that cutscenes were handled in Realm Reborn. Like, that just filters all throughout the game at this point. That too, for example, like that little establishing shot there.
I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought.
Like that little cutaway to see that Raban is like scanning the crowd. Like, just good little things.
To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
And then, like, cutting away with the camera to different angles to sort of give a sense of, like, there's that sense of, like, and this is just very basic, like, film language, but, like,
have been compromised.
Like, that sense of paranoia as though you're being watched from every angle kind of thing of, like, who could be listening, that kind of vibe.
Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil.
Which is so different than how Ul'dah usually is, of course. Like, usually in Ul'dah, like, I mean, money doesn't sway people's emotion. Like, no one's swayed by money in Ul'dah. Like, no one would ever, like, change their opinion or their allegiance just because of money. You know, like, that's not how it works here. Ul'dah is a place of honor, don't you know?
But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
Once again, I mean, like, I can't possibly imagine why a bunch of rapacious capitalists would ally with a conquering imperial force. That's not really usually a thing that happens, you know, because their interests don't align. Like, rapacious capitalism hates when there's imperialism happening, because it hates how much it can exploit people for money in those circuits. So it never imperialism and capitalism just absolutely don't align. They don't go hand in hand at all. They're in fact they're opposites of each other. So it's very surprising that Ul'dah would have people who might go, "Hey, invading, conquering army seems like a business opportunity." This is such a fantasy game, you know. This is so unrealistic in that way.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days and drink to the future of our homeland.
They're such good friends. People in chat rightfully roasting me.
You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up.
People in chat correctly roasting me for going off on a rant every time I go to Ul'dah. And I will not apologize. This will happen every single time.
Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that asymmetry, actually. Doesn't work with my outfit, obviously, but... Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. There we go. Now we go home. Okay, hello. I seem to have attracted... There's an idol, and an idol... Oh, this is what I love about Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, that rules. Lovely outfit, this, by the way. Like, those, like, the little streamer things hanging off the side. Hey, I recognize you. I think. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that rules. Like with the color matching between the hair and the rest of the outfit. That's really good, actually. That's really cohesive. I like that. And that's a really, again, like also a really nice choice of weapons here. Like really matching the vibe of the outfit itself. Like those bird wing things. That's cool. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so distracted if I stay around here. I'm sorry, I can't stay here and be distracted by all your hot avatars. I have to go to Mordor. I have to make it. Man, the glam game in Final Fantasy XIV really is on another level. Like, genuinely. Because, like, I've seen people, like, post shit of, like, their World of Warcraft characters, right? Admittedly a much older game, but I've always kind of felt like World of Warcraft had a lot less aesthetic variety available to the characters within it than Final Fantasy XIV shows. Like, just in terms of the ways in which you can kit yourself out in World of Warcraft, and including also like stuff like Guild Wars. I'm admittedly I'm not that plugged into that many MMOs, but in terms of what I have seen posted online from people who play like the various MMOs that are active out there, I do kind of feel like Final Fantasy XIV has the greatest breadth of variety in that sense, like both in terms of like gender presentation and in terms of power fantasy. That it is possible to represent, because it has all of the classic, like the standard high-level fantasy warrior stuff, right? Like all the magic weapons that glow and all the pauldrons that are on fire and all the elaborate armor and shit. But then it's also got, like, if you just want to dress up in, like, the simplest little peasant outfit or streetwear or, like traditional, like, sort of traditional clothes of various kinds, or, indeed, as I am dressed right now as Professor Himbo McSlutterson, like, that's all supported in a way that fits very naturally together, in a way that I really don't think I've seen in other MMOs. But then, like, admittedly, I don't know enough about MMOs to sort of really be confident about that assertion. Right, there were some subs I missed. Mighty Ear gave out a community gift sub. Thank you for that. And Lancershy resubscribed. Thank you. Final Fantasy XIV is a fashion game first and an MMORPG second. There might be some truth to that. We have returned from Uldar, Commander.
And not a moment too soon. Something has happened.
Trouble.
You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minions and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination.
Gods damn it!
According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Gallians are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield.
Hello? One man walking weapon of mass destruction standing right here, Alphino. Like, I could literally go there and probably be so over-leveled that they won't even attack me. Come on. Begging your pardon, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance that we've got. Or chance we have, he says. Right? Captain Ilberd has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I have the option to say no. Now, Aliana of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Bonk. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to Castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. You could also just let me do it. Like, I could get like 18 level 60 people out. No? Okay, well, yeah, sure. Wait, what? No, wait, hang on. I need to see that chocobo. Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that a fucking Yojimbo outfit for the chocobo? Holy shit. That's a fucking Final Fantasy X Yojimbo outfit for the chocobo. Oh my god. Oh, that rules. That rules so hard. Oh, that goes hard. That's fantastic. Oh, shit, I want that now. Whee! My god, the Imperial defenses. They're so huge. The walls are unscalable. How will I ever get... Okay. Hey, dude, do you have, like, a captive around? No? Okay. Hey, buddy, I'm looking for, like, a prisoner. You took a prisoner, not long ago. Like, someone, you just, like, smacked her upset the head and dragged her in here. I was wondering, like, where's the prisoner district? I'm kind of lost. I'm a tourist, so, you know, I don't really know the street signs around here. Hello? Hello? I guess it's like one of those guards at like the Queen's Palace where they're not allowed to respond to you at all, so you can just kind of mess with them. Let's see. Oh, hey, here you are. This looks like a trap. I was wondering when you were going to swing. Where am I? That's a weird place to stash a prisoner. Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might me trouble you to provide one. Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will only be too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create commotion within the Castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're safely outside these walls. Yeah, okay, but are we going to talk about how it's weird that they took a prisoner and just, like, left her in the field? Like maybe that's a bit odd. I don't know. Okay, well, don't mind me. I'm just a himbo. I wonder if those poor Imperial bastards, like, understand what they're going up against. Like, when I show up. Like, do they think I'm just a guy in a silly outfit, or do they know? Like, do they actually understand the power level? No, but seriously, that's a mount? That is... It's fucking amazing. It's like a huge... I guess it's like a huge gold saucer balloon. And you just stand... Oh, that's such a great mount for, like... How big would that get? Like, because mounts tend to scale with characters, right? So if I got that mount, how large would that balloon get? That would get big, right? Whereas for Lalafell, I suspect they'd become quite small. And it plays gold saucer music on top of it. Oh, great.
I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You've done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we've suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is a report to mission success to Commander Levieux. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones.
Okay. I will say, I don't think I would ever enjoy that mount myself, just because gold saucer music for me is like a complicated relationship, because you don't know how many hours I spent listening to that in Final Fantasy VII, once upon a time. You don't know how many hours I spent grinding out GP in that godforsaken minigame hellhole. It's many. It is a lot. Oh, you can disable the mount music. Yeah, I know, but still. It is many, many hours. So, like, so I know every note. I know every grace note, every harmony in that song to an embarrassingly intimate extent.
Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Rick.
Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life.
We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with.
As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy.
I have every confidence that you'll succeed, Captain.
Is it going to turn out to be Ilberd or something like that? Oh, God.
As for you, Brick, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Caerthus. I've been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence.
Well, that's probably a good sign. That's probably fine. That's probably not an ominous sign of anything.
Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you're ready.
Oh shit, I kind of like those gloves. I can't use them for shit, but I kind of like those. Those are nice. Like, they don't go quite with this particular shirt, but I could see, like, with, like, I could see that with, like, a leather shirt of some kind. Like, with, like, a sort of tight-fitting leather vest or something. That could work, but not with what I'm wearing right now. And it doesn't work with my class, so, eh. Oh, taking blue items is good for exchanging them. Oh! I didn't realize that. I should do that from now on then. Huh. Since I don't really have any other sources of these damn things. Oh, wait, is that... Oh, okay. That's, huh. Ooh. Once again, the magic classes get all the good casual gear, man. These, on the other hand, like, that's femboy Brick. Thigh highs, thigh highs, and yeah, and booty shorts.
We've been blessed with a rare opportunity, Brick, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We have to treat Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. It would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company.
I see people in chat are excited for whoever Aymeric is.
The antecedents should achieve the wisdom of this plan when you request our permission to accompany me to Kerthis. Mayhap you feel this would be a waste of your talents, which would doubtless be put to nobler use? If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with a stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword.
I use an axe, Alphino. And I refuse to comprehend your metaphor. Hello, Midphilia. Alphino wants me to go on a date with someone for political favors. Is that cool?
A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it's a wonderful idea. We've received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Brick has explained the situation. He has. Yet, welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what has prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I've given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than what is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Albathia's spine.
Abalathia's spine, rather.
Oh. Ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop, Evil Pope. Members of the original Eorzean Alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the Alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time, their borders have remained closed to all outsiders.
I don't know, I've been there a couple of times.
They rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I've tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I've explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why, not.
Yeah, I can't believe that the 16-year-old chiding them very loudly about how stupid they were being didn't cause them to reassess their diplomatic stance.
Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed up with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I'm not so naive to think as they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what.
Probably me. I mean, I don't mean to be conceited or anything, but, you know, I am the main character of reality, so.
But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Brick. Our old friend Lord Haurchefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause.
Yes, his fondness. The official cooking book involves a section of Aymeric's chef complaining about him having too many dinner dates with us. I'm sure Brick will do great. There's an official cookbook? Shit, I should look into that. Can we get an instant design review of Aymeric once she shows up on screen? Yes! I shall try to keep that in mind. And I think Sasha Silver's subscription, I think I missed that 19 minutes ago, but thank you for that one. Ah, Brick, ever a welcome sight. Our hearts have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your... Is that a double entendre? Our hearths have been stoked to blazing? I've been stoking my hearth all day just thinking about... okay. For your arrival, it would not do for such distinguished personage to catch cold while enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Yeah, Alfino, maybe because you wear thigh-high boots and a teensy tiny leather jacket. I mean, I have fur at the very least, but come on, dude. Ah, good Master Alfino. An honor as always. He's substantially less enthusiastic about Alfino.
Likewise, Lord Haurchefant. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise.
Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future might bring? House Fortens may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Aymeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he's eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. Again with the flirty man! By the warmth of our hearth. But if you're willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth son, Alfino, don't. No. You don't understand what he's saying. You're too young. No.
I think it's best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith.
I swear to God. Looked over at me. I have missed streaming Final Fantasy XIV so much. Oh my God. Oh, I love you guys. Oh my God. I love you guys. This is part of what's been so nice about streaming Final Fantasy XIV. It's just people who just come along and just play. Like, just play around and do silly shit in the background. And show up with cool glams. And do squats. Like, it's really genuinely so very lovely. And if you've ever been here in the background, like running around and doing stuff, genuinely thank you. Because, like, I've said it many times before, but Final Fantasy XIV, like, ARR itself, to me, is not a very interesting game, as such, right? It's fine, but it's very basic. It's not, like, I wouldn't really have kept playing it just to experience the amazing story of the chosen one fantasy hero who defeats the evil dark guy. Like that maybe wouldn't have been enough to sort of keep my interest, but it's shit like this that has made it genuinely amazing. Oh Lord. Anyway, for those who don't know, this squat, like this specific squat animation, it's an old sort of Final Fantasy running joke, which began basically in Final Fantasy VII. This is a squat animation that Cloud does when he's doing the squat competition in Wall Market in order to get a dress so he can cross-dress for Don Corneo. Well, the wig. He's technically going for the wig. Oh, over here. Oh, Lord. Aw! Oh, they have a little campfire! Oh, that's so cute! Oh, this is adorable. I really like this. Also, that's a really cool little Lalafell right there. Yeah, hi, hello. Love the hair. That's really nice. With the hat, like with a little beret on top. It's a really nice design. And the glasses, like, work with that well, also. Man, y'all have such a great sense of style, honestly. What the fuck? That's so cool. Oh, that's a really nice... I don't know if it's like a one-piece robe or whatever, but that's really, like, with the little print, or, well, it's not a print, it's gonna be embroidery when it's something like that. That's some classic Ronin samurai shit right there. And it fits the bunny girl, like with the tattoo that you've got on there as well. That's really not, like, there's some real consonance there with the tattoo and the outfit itself. That's really cool. Anyway, Mr. Man, show me to the husband that everyone is so anticipatory of.
We've been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I take it that is he? Well now. There's a person with some gender to him, huh? Oh, okay. Right. So I'm just spending a second looking at him since someone requested a design review on him. So let's see. Okay. Right. The black hair is actually a nice touch there. So, right. Let's see if we can... I need a full body shot to really see him.
I am Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Aymeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Oh, there we go. Ah, damn it. I hope they will hold on that.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
Yeah, that's because I'm really tall.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
Yes, but if I could just have a second to, like, the camera could stop there. Okay. I really need to be able to pull, like, a G-pose on this guy. Do I get a second to, like... Okay, no, we head straight into cutscene. Okay.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Well, I mean...
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare.
Oh, thank you very much in chat, Saki. I could just get rid of the text box. That's nice. Cool. Thank you. Anyway, he's gonna stick around as a character model I can take a look at after this conversation is over, right? Like, he's gonna stand here in the room. Like, well, okay, cool. Good.
As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Okay, so here we have a decent enough look at him. So let's talk a little bit about his character design. Like, I don't know much about him so far, except that he's soft-spoken, he's very pretty, and I say specifically pretty, like he's more pretty than he's handsome, in the way that he's designed, like with the like Bishonen hair thing, and like the way that he's put together. The black hair is a nice little touch, especially in the context of a game like Final Fantasy XIV. Having someone with like a very stark natural hair color, like completely jet black, it does make him stand out a little bit. He has very fine bone features, as someone says in chat. Yeah, he's very he does have very delicate features. Like, there's no real like big masculine broad jaw on him. Like, compare and contrast him with Roban, for example, right? So it's a very different expression of masculinity there. And then we come to the costume, right? Which we have all the armor stuff that sort of sits mostly on the top half of his character design, is like with the big shoulder piece. Sort of delineates him as, okay, this guy is some sort of a warrior, but if you compare and contrast his armor to that of his companion there, this is clearly not like the same level of combat battle armor, frontline knight stuff that's got going on. So then we have the sash across the chest, and that's like a very classic thing of like a sash across the chest. My immediate association is like a mayor, or indeed a diplomat, some kind of person who's like wearing the colors of his nation or something along those lines. That's kind of the vibe that gets given off with that, which then sort of combines with it's sort of halfway between a suit and a kind of sort of formal looking robe that he's got going on here, with lots of armor plating underneath, like metal that seems to bend very smoothly for some reason. That like gives him sort of the stature of something as a halfway point in between like a knight and a scholar, or some kind of official, like I'm looking for a specific word. It's like a cleric, but not a cleric. It's a damn it, I can't find the word. But it looks formal, but it doesn't look formal in the sense that we associate with like modern governance. It looks formal in the sense that you would associate with, like a theologian, a dignitary. I'm looking for something more like a hierophant, in that sense. Like, it has that sense of being like formal and decorative, but not in a... Yeah, it's like, there's something ecclesiastical about it, right? Like, it looks a little bit like the outfit of someone says, like, a bishop or a priest. Like, there's a little bit of that vibe to it with, like, the big robe-like aspect of it. So, like, there's a lot of combination of, you can kind of see the religious influence there in that Ishgardian sort of, like, way of the way that the nation has been presented. So that's quite interesting. But then he's also quite soft in his expression, and that again comes down to like the way that he's appointed with the hair, and especially his voice also influences me in this direction. Again, compare and contrast with Roban. Roban is someone, when you see him immediately, the character design says, okay, this man can and will punch you out, right? Like, that's instantly, you kind of know that about him, is that he can and will employ physical violence very efficiently, because his entire character design is sort of geared around saying that. But he Aymeric here embodies power in a different sense. He's more like institutional power. He seems to be representative of something, rather than merely being powerful himself. It's very ceremonial. Yes, that's a good word, Nerdy Pup, in chat. It's a very ceremonial character design.
Then surely it would
and compare and contrast with fucking Brick over here. It's like Mr. Ceremony representing the religious theocracy of a nation, and then me over here, like my fucking beach outfit.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence.
Captain Soft spoke. Like, the level of voice acting that Aymeric's voice actor is working on here is a little bit beyond the way that the other characters have been directed so far.
Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
And specifically, the thing about his voice acting performance here, like compared and contrasted with most of what we saw in ARR, is that he's allowed to be a lot more subtle in the way that he emotes. Like, because that's the thing that you sort of keep noticing about ARR voice acting, is that all of the voice actors seem to have been told to enunciate every word they say with maximum clarity without offering too much emotional interpretation to the voice that they are, to the voice lines that they are saying, right? That's sort of one of the limitations of voice acting in ARR, is that like so many of the characters just seem to be kind of reading out their scripts in a very specific manner. Whereas here, like, he's allowed to be soft-spoken, he's allowed to be subtle, and he's allowed to slur his words a little. Like, he's allowed to fudge his pronunciation just a little bit. Like, I can speak very softly, like so. Like, he adds a little bit of a sibilant, sort of soft hiss to a lot of what he's saying, and that's something that I feel like you wouldn't really have been allowed to do in ARR. Because there, everyone was enunciating with the clarity of a theater actor trying to reach the cheap seats. So, like, there's a very different vibe to it. And by the way, I will say also that Alfino's voice actor in these scenes has been a lot better than he has been in previous scenes.
Sir Aymeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgardsormr.
Midgardsormr, huh? Milgårdsormen in Danish, anyway. Or Jormungandr in more traditional Old Norse.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Oh, there we go. Okay, I was a little bit worried for a second there. Hang on. Oh, that is extra as fuck. Holy shit. I mean that in a good way. Okay, so like going out on a limb and just gonna guess that whatever this set is, it's called something along with dragon. Yeah, Dreadworm set of casting. Yep. Something draconic with the scale design. Damn, that's extra. Good contrast with the red of the characters, like I did. Okay. I was distracted by the outfit, and I was looking at them. I was like, oh wait, what are they all doing in the background? Oh my fucking god, you motherfuckers! What the fuck is with the fucking fursuits? What the hell? The synchronization is what makes it. Like, that's what really makes it. Anyway, I got distracted by these two lovely outfits. Like, they match each other really nicely, but also that's really cool. Like the little red hat with like the tassel on it. That's such a nice contrast with like the relative. Like, that's such a lighthearted thing, and then there's like relative seriousness in the rest of it, which is like. That's quite good. Anyway, what am I supposed to... Alphino, yes. By the way, Alphino, your drip... absolute shit garbage. Like, look at these people. When are you going to get a new outfit? Like, you need to... Like, go get some glams, go to the store. I don't care what you do, but... This was, like, okay in ARR, but, like, we're heading towards Heavensforge, and you need to update your wardrobe, frankly.
Just when we're starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned.
Nothing important on that table, right?
My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through the Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge... Oh, wait, that's her. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Haurchefant said, lest the crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Brick. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person?
Usually what happens is that I go to a place, I stand in a circle, and then someone attacks me, and then they happen to have crucial evidence on their body after I kill them. That's called being a detective.
An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings.
Speaking of which, I presume this person is going to be more important later. Fairly generic as a costume design, but that hair, though, and the headband, like, do a lot to make... Are you guys planning this? Or are you just doing dumb shit and then copying each other? Because... Oh my god. Oh lord. Oh hey, a lineup. Actually, this is very convenient because if you could just turn around, Brick. There. That, okay. Hello. Aren't you cold? Good lord. I'm gonna get demonetized. Brick, no, Brick, turn in the... Okay, hang on, wait. Shit. There we go. There we go. Turn in the correct direction, you jackass. I need this, because, like, that's a nice little tableau. To say that if you want to know what happens next in my... in the adventures of Brick and and his many silly attendants, you're gonna have to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and go be informed of when new episodes are coming out there. And if you want to see those episodes early, you're gonna have to become a member of the channel, because they get to see them before everyone else gets to them. If you want to see these things being recorded live with all of the shenanigans that are happening and all the in-between episodes hangouts that we're doing also, head on over to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/tvsky, and subscribe over there. And by the way, don't worry, I'm not ending the stream yet. Like, my chat is panicking. I'm not ending the stream yet. Go over to the Twitch channel and subscribe over there. That'll give you access to the VODs, but also you'll get to see these things be recorded live, which is a good time, at least for me, anyway. I hope it's also a good time for you. Outside of that, Patreon, merchandise store, blah, blah, blah. Support the channel, etc. Help me pay rent if you want to. But other than that, thanks for watching. Remember to be kind to one another. Have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourselves. And may the tides of history wash gently over us all.